Well, good morning, everyone. And once again, welcome to another live this morning. I hope you're having a great day. I'll, as I usually do, we'll say hello to a few people before we get going. Annette, good morning, and Elaine, and Lise, Mike from Wawa, Jeanette from our staff, and Nick. Hey, they come up right beside each other, okay? So Nick and Jeanette are on. Rosa, good morning. Andrea from Nouveau-Brunswick. Elaine, and Gina, and Regina, and Jordan, our friend in Tennessee. Lori, Kathy, good morning to you. Hope you're having a great day. Jerry from Nouveau-Brunswick. Good to have you guys on this morning. Can you tell that my blood pressure is up already this morning? Hi, Esrit. And Jeanette, how are you? And Rebecca, how are you from Calendar? Nellie, Trudy, Shelley. I know I missed somebody back up there, but I better watch. I'm going to knock my phone off. Sandy and Sandra and Claudette and Connie. Beth. Good morning, I'm in Sudbury, Beth says, with a new grandson. Well, isn't that something? If I'd have known that grandchildren that were that much fun, we'd have had them first. Grandchildren, wow. I was talking to my sister the other day, and she's going to become a grandma there in May. And I said to my young sister, my word, there's nothing like being a grandparent. Okay, Doris and Dubraka and Frida and Susan. I appreciate the fact that you folks come on every day. Maria and Helena. You think I'm making this up, eh? With all the ahs at the end. Lucy, good morning to you. Lori, Angie, Pierrette. Okay, you know what we're going to talk about today? If you go on the Martin Clinic Facebook group, I just posted a picture. You can't press on the screen, although I might get Brandy. I don't know if we still have it somewhere where you can actually go and watch the video, but I'm going to repeat this morning. This was done 2 years ago. And we had over 500,000 views. 500,000 views on eggs. And 2 years ago, every year, it seems, there's a negative study on eggs. Now, I don't know if you saw it, but it sort of made major headlines that having one egg a day increases your risk of having that was the headline. Having one egg a day increases your risk of diabetes by 60%. An Australian study that wasn't looking at Australians, they were looking at Chinese. Okay? So it was an Australian study looking at China and Chinese. And China, like the rest of the world, diabetes is starting to take off. So they do an observational study, and they go to I don't know how many people were in the study, but they said, what did you eat last week? What did you eat 2 months ago? Hey, I can hardly remember what I ate last night. Never mind. Although I had vitamin S last night. I had a steak. Folks, listen. It's the opposite. Now, I don't know about. I read the study. It was an observational study. Those are the worst type of studies because they're asking people to fill out a questionnaire. If you ask me to fill out a questionnaire about what I ate in the last few months, but they're not, Chinese, I guess if you only have one egg a day, your risk of diabetes goes up. You're not eating enough eggs. I tell you guys, you should have seen my blood pressure when I read that study, okay? And you know what I do to get my blood pressure down? I have to have some coffee, okay? So bear with me this morning. If you have a notepad out, take it out and get a pen, because I'm going to give you 10 reasons why you should be eating eggs. But I just got to pontificate for a minute on this study. It's so stupid. You know what? It's just incredible. And then, of course, the media picks it up because they love that. It's a headline. You know? And it's craziness. Eggs are one of the most, pound for pound, the most nutritious food that you could eat. It's a perfect blend of protein and fat with no carbohydrate. Now let me just make a blanket statement. Diabetes is an allergy to carbohydrates. I'm the only guy that's ever said that. People say it in different ways, but if you are a diabetic, type 2, not type 1, type 1 is an autoimmune disease. But what I'm going to say about type 2, what they call adult onset, and that's not even a name to use anymore. Type 2 diabetes is not adult onset, it's children onset today. And one of the big reasons is they're not eating enough eggs. Eggs are nature's perfect food. You can't eat enough of them. Every day I get asked, Doc, what about my cholesterol? Well, what about it? How many eggs can I eat on the reset? How about 50 a day? I don't care. It's not the amount. You won't eat too many eggs. Make a 10-egg omelet. I don't care. It's only good for you. Seriously. It's a perfect food. It's got a lot of vitamins in it. It's got a perfect blend of amino acids. Yeah. So let's go over and I should have classified it as a vitamin. You know how I do that. Vitamin C, coffee, right? The reason that eggs didn't get a vitamin status on the Martin Clinic vitamin hit list is because vitamin E was taken already. That's exercise. Now, what's better, eggs or exercise? Pretty close. You know I'm big on exercise. That's why it got vitamin E. How about we call it vitamin E2? Okay. I just made it up. Vitamin E2. Okay? So eggs are an essential food. I feel sorry for people who can't eat eggs. There are some. There are some that can't eat eggs. Eggs bother them. I feel sorry for those people. They got leaky gut. That's 100% for sure. And sometimes they can repair it. And then start eating eggs again. But, if eggs bother you, okay, but I'm talking, that's less than 1% of the population. And you know what's happening, by the way? Let me just make a blanket statement. Over in China, they're adopting our diet. Most of the stuff Chinese export, right? Made in China. They export it to North America, right? I think Walmart would close down if they didn't have Chinese products in there. Yeah, it's part of trade. We live in a world, right? But what they're importing, you know what China imports? Not much. They don't. They export. But what they did import, they're starting to import our North American diet, high in carbohydrates. Now, they always ate rice, but it's all the other junk they're eating. It's all the other junk that Chinese are eating. And their population is becoming unhealthy, and it never used to be. And they're getting diabetes as something they didn't get before. And it's going up. And that's because they imported the North American diet. McDonald's. Now, I hate to pick on McDonald's. I happen to like their coffee. But you know what I mean by that. High in carbohydrates, not high in eggs. Eggs are nature's perfect food. Vitamin E2. I like that. I think I'm going to stick to that. Number one, okay? I'm going to give you 10 reasons why you should eat eggs. It's a nature's perfect blend. And this is not number one, but I'm going to tell you. It's nature's perfect blend of protein and fat. Okay? Nature's perfect blend. So is steak, but anyway. Now, number one reason you want to eat eggs is cholesterol. The very thing that's the boogeyman in the world today. Cholesterol. The reason you want to eat eggs is because there's lots of cholesterol in eggs. And it will elevate your HDL cholesterol, okay? So that's, there is one reason why you want to eat eggs, okay? I wrote down 10. You're going to get 10. Number one on the hit parade is because it gives you cholesterol. Your brain is made up of cholesterol. Your eyeballs are made up of cholesterol. Your cells are made up of cholesterol. Your hormones are made up of cholesterol. And cholesterol, unfortunately, in this day and age, my word, drives me crazy. The lies. I hate to be duped. I hate to be lied to. I said something yesterday. Where did the flu go? There's nobody with flu. Where did it go? It disappeared. There's no flu anymore. Isn't that funny? Oh, don't get me going. I'm going to go silly. Oh. COVID cured the flu. I'm telling you, the media, they love this. This is a gift that keeps on giving. Fear, 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 fear. 24/7. Oh, drives me crazy. Okay, so cholesterol, your body can't live without it. The higher your cholesterol is, especially your HDL. HDL. The more eggs you eat, the higher your HDL goes. Whoop. Eggs do that. Eggs, remember, cholesterol is only found in the animal kingdom. It's not in the plant kingdom. That's why vegetarians, although they will eat eggs, but vegans making a huge mistake, not eating any cholesterol. My word, guys, you can't live without cholesterol. Your body makes 85% of it because God don't trust you to eat enough. And 15% is up to you. Eat your eggs. Number 2, choline. What is choline? It's an amino acid. What does it do? Neurotransmitters in your brain. Remember yesterday we talked about drugs that affect acetylcholine in your brain, which are your neurotransmitters. Right? We talked about that yesterday. And we talked about the drugs that make you, they're involved, anti-chlorogenic medication. They affect your, like Benadryl. Antispasmodics. Women often take that for their bladder. It affects your brain because it lowers your acetylcholine. You need eggs to make acetylcholine. You want brain food? Then eat eggs. You want a good memory? Eat eggs. You want good hormones? Eat eggs. You want to lose weight? Eat eggs. You want to avoid diabetes? Eat eggs. Those are not the 10 reasons, by the way. I'm just giving you, I'm giving you reasons why. But I'm very specific. Cholesterol, number 1. Choline, number 2. Okay? Choline, number 2. Antioxidants for your eyes. Lutein, amino acid. You've heard of lutein? Oh, my doctor wants to give me lutein. My optometrist, they're smart. Lutein. But you eat your lutein. Eggs have a high source of lutein. And zeaxanthin, which is good for your eyeballs. You're not eating enough eggs. If you got bad eyes, because, and here's another one, vitamin A. Vitamin A is a fat-soluble vitamin. Vitamin A is found in eggs, meat, and cheese. Vitamin A. You need vitamin A for your eggs. Everybody knows that. Right? You need vitamin A for your eyes. Not eggs. You need vitamin A for your eyes. That's why they always said carrots are good for your eyes. That's true, but nothing like vitamin A. Because what carrots are precursors to vitamin A. Beta-carotene. But the real vitamin A is found in eggs. So is vitamin D, by the way. Yeah, eat eggs, you get vitamin D. See, vitamin D3 is found in the animal kingdom. Not in the plant kingdom. Now, the sun is better, no doubt, for sure. But when you think of, I know I'm not supposed to use the word Inuit, or Eskimos, I mean. So I'll say our northern folks, the Inuit, the First Nations that live in the north. I mean, they don't see the sun. I mean, they do, probably in the winter time. And the summer, it never goes down. But they're not bathing in the sun because it's too stinking cold. But they eat a lot of animal product. They live on organs and fat. Yeah. So, you want that, okay? So, here's another one. Okay, I said vitamin A. Vitamin, it's not a vitamin, but it's high on the hit parade these days, zinc. You know, people ask me, Doc, how much zinc should I take? You know, because it's really gotten a good name because of COVID, zinc, right? You see, zinc needs to be driven inside the cell. For your immune system to function properly, zinc is so essential. It really is. But I tell people, you don't have to take zinc. You can. If you're a vegetarian, you need to take zinc as a supplement. I put it in our blood boost in the perfect form. But I would rather you eat your zinc. Eat eggs. And you get zinc. Guys, supplements are supplements. Of course I love supplements. But I want you to eat. You know, look, I'll tell you another thing, because I was talking to a lady yesterday. And she said, Doc, I take a B complex. Yeah. A lot of people take a B complex. I go, me. If you're a vegetarian or a vegan, I recommend you take a B complex. But if you eat eggs, you're eating a B complex. Yep. You see, nature's perfect food. God wanted you to eat your vitamins. Eat them. Vitamin A. Here's another vitamin, really important. Vitamin K2. Vitamin K2. It takes calcium right out of your blood vessels and puts calcium into your bones. Vitamin K2 will keep you from a heart attack. Vitamin K2 is found in eggs, in butter, and cheese. Nature's perfect food. Please don't eat just the egg whites. Oh, I was in the grocery store yesterday. I saw egg whites. You don't want to come grocery shopping with me. I'm usually mad all the time because I see egg whites and I go, oh God, isn't that so typical of the food industry? Who made cholesterol the boogeyman? Oh, there's no cholesterol in egg whites. Doc, I eat egg whites. Oh, when people used to tell me that in the office, I used to my glasses would steam up from the steam coming out my ears. Why do you eat egg whites? You know where all the vitamins are? In the yolk. And if you can, please try and eat not grass, that's beef. Free range eggs. Free range. You know why? They got a lot of omega-3 too. Eggs have a good source of omega-3, very high source. If they're free range. Chickens. I'm serious. Don't, when you get egg whites, you just have no idea what that does to me. It gets me angry. It's such BS. And I hate to be negative. Okay. I'm calming myself down. Okay. B complex. We talked about lutein. We talked about taurine. Choline. Okay. Oh, here's another one. Selenium. You ever hear much about selenium? Your body needs selenium, by the way. But you don't find it. It's not in the plants. Wow. A little bit. Guys, selenium. Your immune system needs it. Every cell in your body needs selenium. Most people are very deficient today in selenium. It's found in eggs. In a perfect quantity. Eat your eggs, folks. Eat your eggs. Okay, did I miss anything? High in everything that you can think of. Now, it does have, remember what I said about a B complex? Eggs don't have a little bit of B12, okay? But you can't live on the amount of B12 that you need with just eating eggs. Because where B12 is found is in red meat. We talked about that yesterday. Okay? So guys, I know you're going to get, and this was brought to me. I saw it, by the way, right away in the headlines. But a lot of people came on our Facebook group and asked about it. But you already knew the answer. That's what I really like. I don't think any of you folks, especially our regulars, were ever fooled by this study for 1 minute, right? I mean, people sent to me and they sort of said on the Facebook group, I wonder what Dr. Martin thinks about this study. They already know what I think, but they're just trying to get my blood pressure going. Liars, liars, pants on fires. That's the media. They're looking for headlines. They always do. And people, and I feel sorry for people who believe everything they hear. I do. I feel sorry for them. I asked yesterday, like I said, I asked Doug Ford yesterday, who is the Premier of Ontario. Doug, what happened to the flu? How come there's no flu this year? Of course there is, but they're blaming everything on COVID. Oh, it's insanity. Insanity how this world gets duped. It's unbelievable. And there will be people all around the world that read this Australian study. They didn't even read it. They see the headline of it and they'll go, you know what? I better stay away from eggs, or maybe just have one. I used to have patients come in to me and brag, Well, my doctor, because I had a heart attack years ago, my doctor said, I better not have more than 1 or 2 eggs a week. Oh my word. You want to stop having a heart attack? Eat eggs. Your heart demands it. You know what an egg will do? I'll show you how perfect it is. Eggs, okay? Now stay with me for a second. Because of its high cholesterol in an egg, will drive up your HDL, okay? It drives up your HDL. What is HDL? Good cholesterol. The FedEx trucks on the highways of your blood vessels are HDL. You need more and more and more trucks on, they're essential workers. I was reading this morning about the border between Canada and the US, and the only people that can cross are essential workers. Truck drivers. Well, of course they're essential. They bring us all our goods, our food and nutrients and whatever. They can go across the border and they don't have to isolate, right? You know what's an essential worker? HDL. You need it. So when you eat an egg, you're increasing your HDL. Fantastic. You got more truck drivers on your blood vessels. You see, when they blame cholesterol for heart disease, is because they saw a truck driver, there was an accident, right? There was an accident, plaque, a clot, and on the highways of the blood vessels, researchers saw cholesterol. They said, oh, that must be the problem. It wasn't the problem at all. The clot never came because of cholesterol. You're always going to get cholesterol in your blood vessels. And the more you have, the better it is. So your HDL, the more eggs you eat, your HDL goes up. Here's another thing. The more eggs you eat, your triglycerides go down. Triglycerides and HDL. Listen to what I'm going to say, folks. Because that's what I'm interested in when it comes to your blood lipids, okay? What are blood lipids? Blood fat, okay? So when I read blood lipids, you can't make me interested in something that's not important. I won't be interested in it. I don't mind looking at your blood work, but don't talk to me about LDL. I don't care. Oh, doc, my total cholesterol. I don't care. I want to know what your HDL is. How many truck drivers you have how many trucks are on the highways of your blood vessels. The more, the better. And then I want to know what your triglycerides are. That, my friend, is what causes heart disease and stroke. And both of them, HDL and triglycerides, have to do with what you eat. It's not genetics. It's what you eat. You're a carboholic. Your liver is going to make triglycerides. Try 3 fat balls. Triglycerides. But they come from carbs and sugar. Don't come from eggs. As a matter of fact, eggs will drive down your triglycerides. Guys, that's nutrition 101. But if you insist on being lied to, if you insist on it, people, yeah, but my cardiologist, I know, but God love them. If they would only take 5 minutes of nutrition, 5 minutes, I would undo their thinking. Ooh. I knew I was going to get uptight today. I just knew it when I started today. You want low triglycerides and you want high cholesterol. HDL, the good cholesterol. There's no bad cholesterol. Bad cholesterol isn't even cholesterol. Bad cholesterol isn't even cholesterol. It's triglycerides. Triglycerides is not cholesterol. Oh. Okay. Did I convince you to eat eggs? I know I did. Oh, I tell you, I don't have to work out today. Okay, guys, I love you guys. Okay. Any questions for Friday? I already saw some. Send them in. Try and answer all of them, okay? Sometimes you get, you talk about a disease that nobody else knows about. I don't care. You can ask the question. But I might not do it in a public session like on a Friday morning, okay? Just because it's so rare that, unless I find it pertinent, I might not answer it. And so a few people don't feel... Rita is going, do I have cortisol near me? Yes. Thank God. The cortisol formula. Okay. Share this with your friends, okay? Because if they're scared of eggs, I feel sorry for them. But share this with them, okay? Remember the last time I did something on eggs 2 years ago, we got over 500,000 views of it. 500,000 people. So there's a lot of interest out there. Okay, share this with your friends. Love you guys. Talk to you soon.